Hi, it's Dan Osmond from UK Moneyman, here to talk to you a little bit about retirement interest-only mortgages and whether they're a good idea. One of the most popular uses for a retirement interest-only mortgage is to replace a more conventional interest-only mortgage that's come to the end of its term. Maybe you've had an endowment or other investment vehicle that should have paid it off, but that's failed along the way and has left you with a mortgage balance coming to an end. Now, a lot of people think that their existing lenders will just carry on extending the term, and we're seeing quite a lot at the moment that this isn't the case, and that the lenders are being quite robust about the end of people's mortgage terms, and they want to know what next, what's going to happen. Now, at the end of your mortgage term, you've got a number of options. I mean, if you've got the savings, if you're lucky enough to have the money to repay it, you can repay it. You can think about downsizing. It's almost always a good idea to have that in your mind in the background, because if you downsize and pay off all or some of your mortgage, then you're reducing your payment liabilities in retirement. So that can be quite a good idea. But if you need to stay in your same property, or you want to stay in your same property, and you want to carry on paying an interest-only mortgage, you have got a number of options. Now, a retirement interest-only mortgage is a very specific product. It doesn't have an end date. So the idea of it is that if you need it to, it can carry on for the rest of your life. Now, depending on what's going on economically, and we've got, budgets and interest rate changes and all of these things happening all of the time now. It's a very dynamic market. You may find that a retirement interest-only mortgage is exactly the right fit for you now. It may be that we would look at an alternative mortgage that maybe has a short lending term on it as a thing to delay taking a retirement interest-only mortgage. It may be that a lifetime mortgage, which is quite a modern form of equity release, it may be that offers you a cheaper rate. So it's important not to look at products like retirement interest-only mortgages in isolation. You need to look at it in the context of all the other products that are available and what fits you now, and how that can lead into what might fit you better in the long term later on. But the important thing is to speak to an advisor. When you speak to the advisor, it's not just about the now, it's about the what if, the what when, what your plans are over the next sort of 10, 15, 20 years, if you've got an idea that far in ahead, because that means that they have a much better chance of tailoring either the product now or something to lead into that product later on that's going to suit you best in the long term.